Power, Turtle, power. God, this fucking song. Mutant Ninja Turtle. And the song is about the best part of, of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, regrettably. I've been wanting to do a video on this one for a while. And playing Platinum's Ninja Turtle game is weird. Because it's like, after this, you kind of went, oh man, imagine a Platinum or like some other type of like really good action game studio could make a TMNT game. How kick-ass would that be? And you know, that turned out to be what that was. But you know what? Out of the Shadows, when I played it, when this was like one of the last very Xbox summer of Xbox Live games, you remember that? I was actually really, really hyped for this, and there's a lot to talk about with this one, and I'm playing the PC version today. I'm sure lots of people forgot that there even was a PC version, and hopefully that will, you know, get rid of some of the issues that the 360 one had. Yeah, I didn't really want to see the graphics anyway. I don't want to actually see what happens. Thanks for telling me, though. Man, so Out of the Shadows. This is such an interesting TMNT game for a bunch of reasons. Why the fuck aren't the subtitles staying on? I fucking turned them on. Stay on, motherfucker. Alright, so Splinter's telling April here that you have to remember a training. So this looks a lot better than what I remember this looking like. So here's a problem. To sprint is hold RB, which is such a weird control scheme to do that, but it's nothing compared to the everything control scheme that this game has. The 360 version, when I played it, it had a lot of problems in terms of polish. It was buggy. Like, I got like progression blockers. It was rough. Lots of little issues, and performance. It was pretty terrible. Like, performance-wise, there was just like tearing like crazy, frame rate drops all the time. This is actually looking a good bit more solid. So I'm happy about that. Something that could not be really repaired, I guess, is that this had one of the worst control schemes for like a beat-em-up action game I've ever seen. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. And Red Fly Studios that made this, I was a big fan of them. I really liked their Ghostbuster game that they made for the Wii and the PS2. I really liked the Mushroom Men games, and they were responsible for making that really rad-looking Darth Maul action game that George Lucas was too stupid to greenlight. I don't know if it's really his choice, but I'm blaming George anyway. So yeah, we'll get to the actual like fighting mechanics of this game, unfortunately, because it's like the worst bit of this. In terms of modes and like how single player and multiplayer set up, I think this is much better than Platinum's game. I kind of prefer what they did here. This has like a 4-player arcade-like mode, and I think it has 2-player co-op for the actual story single player thing. I think that's the best way to sort of handle that. And in terms of just everything else, I like the redesigns. I like the kind of world that they've kind of presented, this slightly edgier tone, because it was confusing at the time. Because the CG Ninja Turtle TV show, just, you know, TMNT, that had just come out, and it was really confusing what they were doing. They're like, wait, there's 2 different Turtle universes now? This darker, like, kind of movie-esque one? And then there's, like, a kid's show? What the hell's going on? It was confusing. Like, I was just like, okay. Like, even in terms of comic book art, this is just not that dynamic. You know what was really cool? I think it was either an Ubisoft game that did it when they had the license, but they actually made, like, black and white Ninja Turtle comics that really invoked, like, the original run of the comic books. I thought that was neat, but that's not this. So this is our hub world menu, I guess. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can upgrade your characters, look at their stats. There's a training mode, which is really, really useful. Your unlockables. This is the arcade mode, which is a really cool thing that they sort of did. I think this menu is really cool too. So this is like, you know, Ninja Turtle like arcade games by Konami, and it's a decent version of that. Like, it could be a little bit more I don't know, polished, I guess, but I'm like, that's how you do it if you want that type of Turtles experience, and most Turtle fans do. Now, let's go to the training real quick, learn each Turtle's unique techniques. Let's do that. Let's start with Leo, why not? So graphically, I think this game holds up pretty well. There's something about these Turtle designs, like, I do kind of like them. It's a mix of a lot of stuff. I believe this game even had a code so everyone would have red bandanas, like the old comics, obviously. I mean, it's a little like the Arkham games. I don't think that the tells and the animation is quite as clear as the Arkham games and a lot of games that do Arkham style combat. So your special attacks are holding RT and then doing like weird motions on the right stick. It is so awkward to do this when you want during a fight, I found. I don't know if like this was the best way to do things, and it's just counterclockwise, but like it's hold down a button, do okay, roll forward, right? Okay, yeah, then like okay, requires the 1 bar special attack meter. Like when I'm playing a Turtles game, right, and it's like co-op and it's frantic, I'm not sure if this is the way to do it. Is it? I don't think it is. Like, that took a couple of tries to do consistently. That's just to pop up a guy. Again, near another turtle. Hold RT in the team attack. There's a lot of stuff in the game. Some of it's pretty cool, but I think that there's almost too much stuff for this in general. I just remember having to go through this and just you have to know every single like combo and attack to really get the most out of it. I never beat this. I was at like the final fight with the Shredder and just couldn't do it. He had so many ads and it was just a lot. Now I'm not saying a Turtle game can have a lot of depth, but like this just everything about how this feels when it gets into the more advanced techniques is just kind of clunky. It just lacks a kind of flow. The basic combos, like, they're fine. I would like it to be a bit snappier, but, that is what it is. It's just when you really try to get in depth in the combat where I kind of feel it sort of falls apart.
Maybe Dawn could go too and get a big heart that says April.
Not listening to you. No. Guys, cool it. Let's
go. I think Donnie and Leo are fine voice acting wise, but Raph and Mike, no. I think I talked about this in the Platinum Ninja Turtle game video I did. It's like, I hate when Michelangelo is played way too young. Like, he's a child compared to the rest of them. And I'm like, he's a party dude. I get that. You want him to be fun, but sometimes they just go a little bit overboard, And you know what's sad? You know what's really sad though? Like one of the best TMNT games I played in the last, good while is the arcade exclusive. You keep dancing, Mike. I was talking. Is the arcade game made by Raw Thrills, which is very much an arcade game like the classic Konami ones. That thing plays all right. I really wish, maybe there could have been a home port of that. But like most Raw Thrills games, they kind of don't really have any interest in the console space, which kind of sucks. I get how we want arcades to still kind of live. I understand that. But at the same time, like, no, I want to play I don't want to have to travel to go play a cool arcade game based on the Ninja Turtles. I do like some of the graphical effects that are going on. And when you go into fight mode, the Turtles have like just the pupilless eyes, the white eyes. I think that's a nice little touch. See, like I'm playing this right. This is fine. All this combo stuff is fine. I just remember when you get really into. Okay, here we go. And it's just kind of a weird sword slash. It's doesn't have like the presence of a special move, so it doesn't feel all that special when you do it. I didn't mean to put my swords away, but I was trying to do a special move. It just looks a little off, and I know Red Fly is a good developer, and they probably actually really cared about making this. But I played an early version of this at like PAX ages ago, and I went up to one of the studio representatives, and I just gave some quick feedback, like, yeah, I don't know about this. This felt a little weird. This was okay, and he was like, wow, thanks. No one's really said anything. They just kind of play and walk away. I'm like, yeah, I bet they did. Like, if you could combine some of the stuff from the TMNT Platinum game into this one, like, that might be a badass Ninja Turtle game. And at this point, I'm assuming there's not going to be any Ninja Turtle game, especially since Rise of the TMNT, RIP, was basically, like, canceled. I mean, yeah, it had a finale, but, you know, I might do a what happened video on that, because that thing's a whole tragedy. That show got really good, and just as it was getting really good, they just kind of kiboshed the whole thing. Here's a bunch of developers. They probably worked really hard on this. I'm sorry to be kind of going down the list of problems I have with this game, but when I'm doing it in this way, it's like I really, you know, thought this game had tons of potential, and it does, and I played a bunch of it when it was out. It was just disappointing in some ways. You can't command them, and they kind of just do what they're supposed to. The turtles in the Platinum game kind of just went all over the shop, and I don't even know what the fuck they were doing. Ooh, what is that? Comic book? Or just concept art, damn. Like, the slow-mo really helps. It gives a lot of impact to the moves, so that's good. There's all these bits of this that do work out pretty well, and I like, but oh, I forgot that you level up your turtles individually. I forgot that bit. So yeah, I remember that you do have quite a few screens of stuff you can upgrade. So like weapon mastery, finish weapon attack combos with powerful elbow strike, defense, special. So there's a lot to chew through here. As far as I got into the game, I was never at a loss of things to want to develop, so there is that. And this building stuff is good. I like the building hopping. You do a little bit of it, not like tons, but it's there. What the hell? Why did Michelangelo just appear in a puff of purple smoke? Ninja vanish? Whoa! I forgot Raph has some throws. That was good stuff. I think that's why he was like kind of my turtle to pick for this, just because it's a lot neater. Oh, Shizuna drop! Alright. That was pretty hype. Do we murder them all? Yeah, they're all murdered, just like Splinter taught us. You know, one of his greatest lessons, my sons, murder everyone. That's the only way to be sure. Oh, he's with the TCRI. The TCRI is run by the Purple Dragons. I can't believe it.
It's the TCRI building. What I can't figure out is, that company belongs to those alien guys, right?
Are Purple Dragons aliens? The Krang hate those Krangs.
The dragons know that too. Why would they be robbing the aliens?
Why would they be robbing the aliens? That's the $1,000,000 question there. Here we go. Nice. So that's actually a special move, but again, that was like not a quarter circle it was like a half circle on the control stick. To do a throw, while holding RT, I don't know if I'm explaining this well. I'm sure some people are like, well, that's fine, but like, it just doesn't work in practice. You find you have less control when you're just holding a button and then just doing random movements on the control stick. Like, could there not have been like a dedicated special move button? Like one of the face buttons? That would have worked fine. What's wrong with that? See, Donnie does machine, so only he can understand hacking. Oh, Jesus. Now I remember these. These were not actually that very fun, like, at all. I'm not even saying that they're hard. Like, okay, Michelangelo, active pointer, cycle the active circuit, give up. I'm giving up. I've already given up. Okay, Donatello doesn't want to help me. Fine. Okay, good. This one. Yeah, I don't know why the interface is for this hacking thing is the turtles' weapons. I don't know. Why would the Purple Dragons program it like that? It's strange, don't you think? Raphael's died, which is not the best. RT and LB, which must be the most awkward button press to have to ever do. And I'm almost dead, too. Okay, I'm gonna switch to Leo, RT and LB, and you kind of have to just stand there for the right. Ref's up now. I remember that being a huge problem, especially during like the hard boss fights towards the end. You're constantly trying to like pick up each other. Like, yeah, I want my teammates to pick me up, but do I have to babysit every single AI? Oh! Shining Cutter! Another great TMNT game, well not an official game or whatever, is TMNT Cross Justice League. That's a really good Mugen fighting game project that uses the TMNT sprites from the Super Nintendo version, of course. What other version would you use? Of Tournament Fighters against the Super Nintendo version of Justice League, the fighting game made by Blizzard. That's an excellent, excellent game. I want to do a video on that when I have a minute, just to kind of big up the immense amount of work that went into making that like bigger than the sum of its parts. Usually Mugen, I don't really fuck with it too much, but that's an excellent, excellent fan interpretation of what that crossover would be.
What, and spoil the suspense?
We done talking?
That's Karai's voice, huh?
So,
I know so.
Eh. Oh, wow. Okay, the cutscene was still transitioning and they got a free hit on us. Cool. Oh, didn't quite get all of that. She seemed to take damage, but like a lot of things, a lot of attack animations in this game kind of seemingly whiff, but then still activate. It's kind of what I was talking of before about the game being a little unpolished in that regard. Are we done? Okay, she's gonna throw TCRI bombs at us. Or just regular grenades, I don't know. This is where the machines get made, right here in this very room. So there's even more upgrade things, like Leo's swords can become double swords. Donnie gets a gravity gauntlet. Mikey gets a Kusarigama, which is basically his UK weapon. And Raph's iron fists. Raph should be able to turn into the Night Thrasher or whatever he was called. The Night Stalker, when he put on the dumb armor and just started beating the shit out of dudes. I miss that, Raph. Even Donnie's like, yeah, you know, science says if you put your arms behind your back when you run, you're automatically faster. There's data to back it up. Donnie's moves are pretty cool. All the finishing animations are very nice. Like they're pretty inventive with whoever's weapon is being used. Holy shit! Ratters! Why would they be called mousers when they're programmed to kill Splinter, who's a rat? That's pretty offensive of Shredder to not even know what type of animal he is. So the Ratters are what Baxter Stockman would use to not disappoint the Shredder. Where's Rat King? I miss Rat King. And Leatherhead! Oh, I don't think Leatherhead's in this. Actually, I don't remember a lot of the mutant like bosses or like henchmen from any of the comics or movies or whatever being in this. Maybe people can jog my memory, but I think it's like all Purple Dragon and Foot Soldier people. Like there's no Wingnut or Jaguar or Ray Fillet or Mondo Gecko or Wingnut or Dirtbag. Oh god, I gotta do the hacking. Okay. Yeah. Hack. Cool. Hack. Oh Jesus, Raphael needs hacking. Like all 4 turtles have to hack. Oh, that's pretty dope to do that to a robot. Because that has to destroy a robot, like mentally, you know, being Azuna dropped. Ooh.
Alright.
That was pretty awesome. Bodacious. Eclectic. I think that's it for Out of the Shadows right now. Man, I'm sorry if I was a little bit down on this. It's just because I actually like a lot about this game, so you just tend to nitpick on the things. You're like, oh, I just wish this could be a bit different, or I wish that could be a bit more polished. But I'm actually enjoying playing this overall. There is something about it that you can see it just brimming with potential to be like one of the best Ninja Turtle games rather than kind of a janky, a bit of a disappointment. But any other Turtle games you'd like me to play on the channel, let me know, and I'll see if I can bring you some more TURTLE power.